Widzę, że seria się podoba. Kurde, ten mistrz.
I'd like to talk with the Colonel again.
Again? You're lucky I'm so friendly. Anyone else would have said... Don't take your eyes off him, Felton. Leslie, that civilian from before wants to talk to the Colonel again. All right, Felton, accompany the civilian into the Colonel's tent, as you order.
Leslie, I brought you the guy.
You here again? Please wait by the desk. That civilian from before...
Use a 30.
Are you
I'm not your... Get in here. Good Lord.
I can't imagine it hang... That makes no sense. I don't... Well... He'd never believe that. Lucky thing... Well... Better not.
Out of my sight, flower pot.
You can come in, Mr. Whatever you're called.
Thanks.
Nim można
I
porozmawiać.
see you enjoy ticking me off. Answer. What are you doing on my island?
I still think one of your men must have seen her fall into the lake.
Because if it did, I'd know. Are you insinuating that my troops keep things from me?
Perhaps your men don't want you to see my friend because she's one hot number, dude.
That would be high treason, my boy. Rules here that every woman on the island has to pay a visit to my tent, so I can give her the okay. You've got quite an eye for the ladies, you know.
Well, your men may have thought there was no reason to tell you.
Not a chance, civilian. My men don't think. Not even when they're camouflaged in street clothes. They're trained to do that, and they're the best men in their field.
My friend is an exotic dancer, and if you tell me where she is, I'll have her put on a little show for you.
You don't know diddly squat about strategy, do you? Considering what you just told me, you gave me a mighty strong reason never to let her go. That is, if she was here. I'm sure my men will be grateful to you.
Colonel, I want the truth. Did you order Code Red?
Huh? Code what?
No, I didn't say anything about Code Red, but what I really meant to say was that... I'm waiting for Professor Pierre Pignon.
The professor's arrival is a military secret. How the heck did you find out?
I saw a sign that said, "Today welcoming..."
They'll make up any excuse to whip up a party. Those lazy boys. The ingrates didn't even invite me.
Actually, he told me himself, 'cause we're cousins. He just called me...
You sure about that? What'd you say your name was?
Pignon. Francois Pignon. At your service.
Your cousin didn't tell you about his mission here, did he?
Yeah, he told me something about this, that, and the other, and this thing with this guy, and something, and those thingamajigs hanging around, this something or other, and with what?
I see. A master bluffer. I suggest you keep away from the poker table.
Yeah, but I forgot what he said. Could you refresh my memory?
I'm the High Commander here, so I can do whatever wets my whistle. And it just so happens, I don't feel like refreshing your memory.
Hey, there's something else besides my cousin Pierre.
Well, spill your guts.
Nie
I
można...
had no idea this island belonged to you. It must have cost you a small fortune.
I say it's mine because I'm in charge here. Didn't anyone tell you martial law has been imposed on Mala Island?
Why are we under martial law?
Because that way I'm not obliged to answer questions from imbecile civilians like yourself. And even less so when they're about unauthorized topics.
No way. I didn't know we were at war.
Well, we aren't, unfortunately. You know how much I miss the old days back in Nam.
There have been others since Vietnam. You must have been in some later conflict.
All of them. Even a few you ain't never heard of. Like that time the Reds put fluoride in the water supply to poison our minds. But none was as fun as Nam.
Quit complaining. You're on a paradise island now.
Don't overestimate the fun here. There ain't no enemy battalions at the beach. Shrapnel with... Now that...
You must be the only...
I should have... They riddled me, and so here I am.
I see you're...
Like any man... Like the men of yesteryear. They didn't depend on them. For the old days, you'll see.
Getting... I can tell you're dying to explain why martial law is...
The reason has to do with a big, fat military secret. I wouldn't divulge it to a civilian, even if I was authorized.
I couldn't care less about the martial...
I knew I could get you. Come on, fess up.
Co, zwiózł? Zamknąłeś drzwi wszystkie? Co to?
The truth is,
That's on from the lid with that lady. What about you? Have you tried?
I don't want to talk about that.
Either you're... Anyway,
Actually,
well, son, if... Why don't you enlist?
man, that's not what I'm...
Oh, yeah?
I don't feel like talking...
Just for the...
Niestety, skończyłem.
Mosey along, civilian.
No way. I wouldn't return...
Może tu co? Ja nie mam pieniędzy. Dobra, koniec.